Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be discussing this. I know we did the unboxing video not too long ago. Now, these are really a good size IM and with a wide nozzle. So I don't know exactly, how these are going to fit everybody's ears. For me, they fit very snug. There's very good isolation. Comfortable, yes. The shape is ergonomic enough and rounded enough. They fit in there really, really snug. This is a very nice cable, very well made. I love the fact that it's modular. It's easy to just pop that off, and now with this little screw thing, tighten that back up. I did use it mostly balanced. I did try it on a couple of things that I had to use the 3.5 because they didn't have the normal balance. They only had a 2.5 and a 3.5. Losing my little tips. Here's the tips that I have inside the container. As you can see, it comes with a bunch of sets of tips, and it has these nice kind of barrel-shaped ones. The smoked with red. The standard smoked that came on default, but the small were on there, so I had to put medium on. And you got these nice tips too, which is very similar in presentation to that nice one that I had before from Dunu. And overall, just very nice case and everything. As I said, with the unboxing when I first opened this up and looked at it. Excellent job. Good presentation, good quality product, made extremely well. All right, let's get into the sound signature of this. And I just hit something in my notes, just appeared. This isn't my notes. Where's my notes? Okay, now that we're back, I just don't have enough space over here. Sound-wise, we're going to start with the bass. Very good, very excellent bass, especially with the sub bass. The mid bass isn't so prominent. It reminds me of the white one that I did before, the what was it, the 3001 or whatever it was. Similar to that, you get some nice sub bass. There's a nice punch. There's a nice amount of just detail in the bass. It's refined, it's controlled, excellent speed. And then the mid bass is, there, but it's not so prominent, which is good because it doesn't bleed at all into the mid range. The mid range is just very, very nicely tuned, very clean, crisp, decent overall weight to it. Enough, energy and enough definition there in the mids to sound really, really natural. Getting into the treble region, the highs are very good. They sound good. There's a nice amount of air. There's a nice amount of crispness to them, especially with the extra BAs going to the ultra and the high. You get a very nice sparkle going on. They sound natural. They're not super, super over detailed and over crisp where they're going to be sibilant to your ears. They do have some nice smoothness to them. They sound nice and clean in their presentation. Like I said, very, very natural. And decent air, which travels into getting into the sound stage. Sound stage is nice, wide, open, accurate. Very, very good for a lot of different things. These aren't a V shape, so I wouldn't say they're really good for like first-person shooters or something, but something that's like an RPG where you have that nice atmosphere that you want to hear in the background. These would work very, very good with that. As for just being a nice, overall, decent sounding, like you're getting your bass. You're not going to miss the bass. It isn't missing there at all. But you're also getting, a decent amount of good technicalities, even with some of the smoothness that was in some of the, especially like the lower treble. Still very technical, very competent, very well made, very good amount of accessories, as befitting of something that's in like the 300 plus range. just overall, it's a nice, very natural sounding, you know, overall well tuned. In a sea of like Harman things and stuff, the tuning on this one is very, very good. I love the accessories. I love the the little changes that you can get with the different tips that come with it. You want a little more bass, add a little bit narrower of a bore. It's not going to be a bass head. It's not quite a treble head because there's no sibilance there. Excellent overall, the look and the design of this. The only thing I can, just use as a con for this would be it is rather thick. Not so much as the Moondrop Illustrious that we did, but it still is a good size IM. It's a larger IM. See if I can put like a cheaper one next to it. Here is and this was a decent size too, but here is the Celeste next to it, and you can see it's just a bit larger, similar shape, and just overall just a little bit bigger, more toward the larger size. Not the largest that I've had. I mean, those are reserved in my mind for like the Triple Win TP10 and the KZs with the balanced armatures. Those are some really big IMs, and they're boxy. And this one, really nice organic shape to it overall, which you could basically sound about the sound. Organic shape, organic kind of sound, really good. Just overall, just an engaging sound. I could listen to these like the whole day. And it sounds natural, it sounds open and airy, and there's the perfect amount of details, perfect amount of bass, perfect amount of neutrality in the mid-range, and some decent smoothness and decent sharpness, kind of a contrast and a balance between the treble region. And like I said, really good soundstage, open, airy, wide, and deep. And it's got some really good positioning, and it's just decent overall technical and enjoyable. I think people are going to like this one. People looking for more of those kind of, away from the super fun sounding to just something that's just very enjoyable sounding, but you also can use it to be listening to different things if you're doing critical listening and stuff like that. Excellent job from Dunu with this. I like this a lot. So this is going to be like one of my favorites now, and I'm looking forward to actually using this more and more. Thank you again for watching. Be safe, and I'll see you in the next video. This has been the Dunu Vulkan 2 hybrid flagship, and just excellent overall. Be safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.